Vamos para a apresentação dos atletas da Turquia. Vamos então para o atleta número 2 da equipe da Turquia. Paulo! Número 5, Mehmet. Número 6, Paulo. Número 7, Nasser. Número 8, Paulo. Número 9, Mehmet. Número 11, Alba. Número 13, Burak. Número 22, Salim. Número 17, Rosa. Número 68, Net. Número 90, e o treinador é Paulo. Vamos agora para a apresentação dos atletas da equipe da Campeã. Vamos para o número 4, Thomas. Neste momento, pedimos que todos e todas presentes se coloquem em posição de respeito para a execução do hino nacional da Turquia. Vamos agora para a execução do hino nacional da Grã-Bretanha.
Lord, to Hello everyone and welcome to the Paralympico Sports Hall in Sao Paulo, Brazil, and it is the second semi-final. It is set as two European powerhouses lock horns here in South America as Great Britain face TurkIye. For Great Britain, they are aiming for a second gold medal and a first top-place podium finish since 2017. For TurkIye, they are itching to go one better than in 2021 as a date with Germany awaits the winner of this showdown. Hello everyone, John Hobbs on hand on the IWBF YouTube channel. Thank you so very, very much for joining us. The starting fives for these two teams: for TurkIye, Mehmet Payam, Hasan Ifituk, Ilda Albarak, and Burak Ayan. And also into the starting five as well, Ona Ayhan Eroglu. He'll also be in the starting five, completing the lineup for TurkIye. For Great Britain, Thomas Harvey, Charlie McIntyre, Jack Long, Abs Tagrest, and Oscar Knight. Those are your starting fives for this contest. Our three officials assigned this contest from Czechia, Chile, and Italy. There is the proud TurkIye flag hanging opposite their team bench here at the Paralympico Sports Hall, as Tomasz Paja of Czechia, Enzo Fernandez of Chile, and Maurizio Zamponi of Italy will take charge for this contest. Great Britain 6-0, flawless in this competition. They boast the best offense and the best defense in these World Championships. They score at an average of 85 points a game. They only concede 38. And the proud names you see there: Ollie Porter, Liam Barker, parading across Sao Paulo. And for TurkIye, just the one loss. That's to the finalists, Germany, in the group phase, 5-1 thus far. They won their quarter-final matchup 77-63 against the United States. Over on court number 2 yesterday, there is Tomasz Paja of Czechia, all smiles, probably one of the most happiest people you're ever going to meet, taking charge of this one. This will be a feisty encounter, very physical. TurkIye will be a very different opposition to the one GB have been facing in the earlier stages and the earlier games. Very physical. They will be in Great Britain's face from the jump. And TurkIye wanting to go one better than at the last World Championships when they lost out to Japan. Oscar Knight and Hasan Ifituk get us underway, and TurkIye get the first possession of the game. Albarak inside, it's stolen by Knight. Ayan collects the loose ball, and Ifituk doesn't get it to fall, and Knight, in a straitjacket, gets the rebound. Here is McIntyre. McIntyre pushing. McIntyre with the layup, rattles it in. And GB off and running. Charlie McIntyre, who prefers a more methodical approach, this time going right down Main Street with the two. Albarak, who had 11 assists in the quarter-final win yesterday, and Ifituk with his first field goal. Abs Tagrest. McIntyre lobs it wide to Jack Long. Jack Long deadly from that range, gives it up to Tagrest, 8 to shoot for Great Britain. McIntyre back to Tagrest. Tagrest a good shooter from there. McIntyre under the hoop. McIntyre puts it in. And Charlie McIntyre has 4 points for Great Britain. Here is Ona Ayhan Eroglu. Ifituk under the hoop, over Knight. No good. Knight stands his ground. Oscar Knight now looking to push. Again, the urgency from Great Britain. We've seen it all tournament long. McIntyre feeling it, and he puts in another one. Charlie McIntyre with 6 quick points. And he means business. Here is Eroglu dancing his way to the cup. The roar of the Great Britain fans. There's a lot of them here in attendance in Sao Paulo. It's a long old flight over from the Atlantic Ocean, but they're here in force. McIntyre, heat check there for McIntyre as he misses his first attempt. He has 6. He has all 6 of GB's points. Here is Ifituk. Albarak in space, but way out of position. Ifituk will put one up. And that's in and out, and it's welcomed in by Oscar Knight. A couple of rebounds early doors for Oscar Knight, the leading scorer of this Great Britain team, averaging 18 points a game. McIntyre feeds it to Long. Long puts one up, and that's no good, and it's rebounded by Hassan Ifituk. And here comes Olda Albarak. Albarak now. Ayan in good position. Ifituk moves out to the wing. Ifituk surveying what is before him. He'll go for the long one. That's a long 2, and it's off. And it's out of bounds. Great Britain will have the ball. Great Britain so far 3 of 4 to start. All field goal attempts have been taken by one man, and he's on the ball right now. McIntyre. McIntyre has a sense of urgency in the early going. Here is Long. Tugrest. McIntyre again. Again fakes. Long will collect, put it up, and no good. And if it took another rebound, and GB is struggling from the field with the exception of McIntyre. But it's very early doors here. Albarak. Albarak still has it, putting the moves on Knight. As Eroglu misses the 2. As Ayan struggling to get up court, now he joins him. Here is McIntyre, the running floater, no good. And good rebound there from Tugrest, and Jack Long puts it in. As Buruk Ayan there struggling to get up the floor, and McIntyre took full advantage. Ayan replacing Baron Oj in the starting 5 in this one. Here is Eroglu. He'll put up a 3, and he'll knock down a 3. Eroglu from downtown. And TurkIye with their first triple of the game. Knight lobs it wide, McIntyre receives it. 9 to shoot for GB. McIntyre over Ayan. And Ayan stands his ground. Eroglu. On Ayan Eroglu looking to push, finds Mehmet inside, and a foul called on Tugrest. He thought he got all ball. Maurizio Zamponi, our Italian official, in good position. And Mehmet Payam, the Gaziantep player, will go to the stripe for TurkIye. And a chance to tie. And he duly does. And it's a rare occasion for GB on this next free throw. As Payam connects, and for the first time in these World Championships, Great Britain are behind. Here is McIntyre. McIntyre feeds Tugrest. Tugrest the mid-range. And it's rebounded by TurkIye, and a foul from Tugrest. And TurkIye really playing to their strength here in the early going. No fear against Great Britain, the European champions, and they're really in their face in this one. McIntyre, the only GB player really in rhythm right now, and the others on the floor struggling to find theirs. A lot of time though. Turk on the catch and shoot, that's long, and it's rebounded by McIntyre. Knight under the hoop. Elder Albarak on the ball. Albarak 14 points, 11 assists in the quarterfinal win over the United States yesterday. 9 to shoot for TurkIye. Albarak just goes it alone and he puts it in. Pumps his fist. The pride, the honor of TurkIye. They have competitive fire entrenched in their DNA. They lead by 1. Long, lobs it wide, McIntyre. He'll put it up. And it does a victory lap and rolls out. And now TurkIye in transition. Turk collects. And Hassan Turk with room service. TurkIye in the ascendancy. Timeout, Orogbemi. And TurkIye are feeling it right now. A brilliant start from the European bronze medalists. They want to repeat in the final. They want to go one better. And Great Britain, with the exception of Charlie McIntyre, not at the races at the moment. And a much needed timeout from Ade Orogbemi. And Great Britain in unfamiliar territory in South America, behind by 3. Their biggest deficit of the first quarter in the World Championships. As you see here, the Paralympico Sports Hall in Sao Paulo, Brazil. The second time that Brazil have hosted these prestigious under-23 World Championships. Big shout out to our sponsors, the official game ball, Molten, wheelchair supplier RGK, Tissot, and of course our fantastic local organising committee here, CBBC Brazil, putting on an incredible event, the pinnacle of junior basketball at wheelchair level. And McIntyre will get us started. 3:19 to go in the first, and GB in unfamiliar territory. McIntyre. Clifton into the game for the first time, and he strings a 2. Joel Clifton off the bench. First shot, first field goal, fed by McIntyre. Great Britain right now as Albarak drives to the hoop. Great Britain shooting a tournament low 41% at the moment. Still early days. Clifton again, offensive foul on Joel Clifton. And he has 2 points and a foul to his name in 31 seconds on the floor. Ona Ayhan Eroglu on the ball for TurkIye. Eroglu. 16 points, 13 boards against the United States yesterday. Turk struggling to get that as McIntyre and Clifton surrounded him. Knight brings it up, 3 on 2. Clifton to Knight, and Knight gets it to go and a foul. On 2, and Oscar Knight, that was always going to go his way. Oscar Knight, the only Great Britain player to score over 100 points in these World Championships. But he misses the resulting free throw. But Great Britain now back in the driving seat, albeit by a point. Albarak. Screen by Ayhan. Albarak sweeps it wide. Eroglu from the baseline, in and out. And it's rebounded by Clifton. And GB out of the timeout. Look energized again. McIntyre. Clifton. Again, McIntyre has it. 6 to shoot. McIntyre from the baseline. That's long. And Knight nearly got the offensive board, but Eroglu collects instead. Eroglu. As Efituk was going to the hoop as well. A lot of time on the shot clock. Albarak calls for calm. 8 to shoot. Albarak a 3. That's off the back iron, and it's rebounded by Knight. 6 rebounds already for Oscar Knight. 2 of 2 from the floor. As McIntyre gives it up, Clifton is feeling it, and he puts in another one. Joel Clifton off the bench, 2 of 2. And GB up by 3. Final minute of what has been a really cagey first quarter, but albeit GB in the driving seat by 3, it's been fairly even. Efituk, and he puts it in over Olsen. Harvey, here is Knight. Harvey gets it back. Harvey looking to pull the strings. Clifton has it. Harvey finds Knight. Great patient play from GB, but that was uncharacteristic from Oscar Knight, as he knows it, and TurkIye will have the ball with 21.9 on the clock. Shot clock is off. Albarak, 12 seconds. Albarak again patient, and TurkIye will have to reset with 8.8 on the clock. And Coach Akor, Mehmet Akor, not happy with something, as you see the replay there. Of course, over on court number 2 right now, the United States taking on Brazil, the host nation, in our crossover between 5 and 8. Not only on the IWBF YouTube channel, but over on the CBBC Brazil feed for our Brazilian friends. Final seconds of the first. Eroglu has it. Here is Efituk. Efituk over McIntyre to end the first quarter. And it's been a tightly contested first 10 minutes. Great Britain edging ahead, shooting 47% from the floor. TurkIye 40%, but GB were held to their lowest field goal percentage in the entire World Championships at one point at 41%. And TurkIye have enjoyed the lead a couple of times, 3 times as a matter of fact, in the first 10. They trail though, 16 of 15. Hassan Efituk averaging a solid number in these World Championships. He has 6 to lead the way for TurkIye. Man, leads the way, averaging 20 points a game and 9 rebounds. And leading the way for Great Britain, Charlie McIntyre with 6 points, all 6 of those points coming in the first 3 minutes of play. And incredibly for McIntyre, just 2 assists as well, which again is uncharacteristic. He leads the tournament in assists at the moment, a staggering 15 dimes a game for the South End man as we get set to start the second period. And TurkIye will be happy with their performance thus far. Mehmet Akor is very animated though out of the end of quarter break here. So much passion, so much will and determination in the TurkIye team. These 2 teams with competitive fire in their DNA. They want to be in the final. A date with Germany awaits. Germany beating Australia in the first semi-final earlier on. As we extend a warm welcome to everyone on the IWBF YouTube channel. Great to have you all on board. As we get set to start the second, and GB have the first possession. Here is Knight, McIntyre. Clifton. And Clifton doesn't get that one to go. And here comes Ifituk for TurkIye. Ifituk against Clifton. Clifton, a really good defender, as Olsen comes to help. And the whistle has gone as Erloglu was driving to the hoop, as we see here on the replay. Early doors here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It'll be an all-European final, that we do know of, but who it will be facing Germany remains to be seen. Erloglu, that's off the back iron. Ifituk was challenging Clifton. Clifton did well to collect. Here is Knight. Knight nearly lost the ball. Good defense from TurkIye. Nearly a backcourt violation as well, but GB keep it. Here is McIntyre, 8 to shoot. And again, good defense from Barak Ayan. GB still have it, 5 on the shot clock. McIntyre, 2 on the shot clock. Clifton has to throw it up, and that misses everything. And another good defensive sequence from TurkIye. Like I said at the top, they will not die. They will not go away. They will be in Great Britain's face. And so far, they're doing just that. This has been a competitive second semi-final. Erloglu to the basket, finds Ifituk. Ifituk, the mid-range, in and out. And rebounded by McIntyre for his second board. McIntyre pushing. But TurkIye again get into their defensive sequence. Harvey on the catch and shoot. And Great Britain now lead by 3. Erloglu. Albarak dancing to the basket, and a whistle has gone. Coach Akor wants an unsportsmanlike foul. So see Albarak, look at this, right down Main Street, just gliding to the basket, and the foul will be on Harvey. Substitutions coming in for TurkIye as Salam Kurshon comes into the game for the first time, and does Burak Ergun for TurkIye. Erloglu and Ayan come out. And Salim Kurshon, that'll be a dangerous presence for GB to deal with. He loves to play his basketball underneath. Figure for this TurkIye team, and referees are just having a check to see if this foul on Harvey was an unsportsmanlike foul. Less than 2 minutes played in the second period. Great Britain up 18 to 15 in what has been a physical encounter. We knew this was going to be physical. That's how TurkIye like to play. As we see our referee from Czechia, Tomáš Paja, and Enzo Fernandez of Chile having a quick look at the monitor. Two referees really studying this as we get our final decision in just a sec. And it is an unsportsmanlike foul on Tom Harvey. Referees took a good look at that. So TurkIye will get free throws and possession. And Ifituk laces the first. around 9 points, 5 boards and 6 assists a game in the European Championships last summer, the under-23 Euros in Madrid. Of course, TurkIye won the bronze, Great Britain won the gold, and well, TurkIye have committed the offensive foul, and that was away from the ball, and Great Britain can breathe a sigh of relief. And the unsportsmanlike opportunity for TurkIye comes to nothing, but Harvey has to be careful now as McIntyre has it. Clifton all alone along the baseline, money. You don't want to give Joel Clifton all that room. Kershon came out to match, but couldn't get there in time. Albarak on the ball, GB up 3. Here is Kershon in his favourite spot, and he rattles it in off the window. Salim Kershon, so dangerous under the basket. And GB really needs to be aware of that because he will do some damage. Here is McIntyre. McIntyre again, methodical. Clifton misses everything. And that's 7 rebounds for Hassan Ifatuk to go with 6 points. Shooting 3 of 9 though from the floor. TurkIye's danger man. Here it is Kershon again overnight, and 2 quick field goals for Salam Kershon, and now TurkIye in the lead. Here is McIntyre. And an offensive foul has been called. Rohan Olsen away from the ball, bumping into Önder Albarak, and TurkIye get the ball again. And a timeout called by Great Britain. Coach Orobemi, usually so calm, cool and collected, right now just a little animated with Great Britain's performance here, as they have arguably been tested like they have never been tested before here in Brazil. TurkIye lead by 1, 6:52 remaining in the second period. As next door, the loud roar of the Brazil fans. They are facing the United States in the crossover for 5 and 8 right now. Our host nation, Brazil, aiming to finish as high as 5th. Of course, they won the silver medal last time they hosted this event back in 2001. But no podium finish in 2025 for the host nation, but they have been incredible hosts of this unforgettable under-23 World Championship. Ifatuk now, and TurkIye will restart. Albarak pulling the strings. Six to shoot. Albarak pulls up a 3, and that's in and out. And McIntyre with the rebound. McIntyre again feeds it to Clifton. McIntyre will get it back. 8 to shoot for Great Britain, and a whistle has gone. And that'll be on Mehmet Payam away from the ball. And that is Payam's first foul of this contest. It's great to have everyone on board the IWBF YouTube channel. Lots of great comments in. Big welcome to everyone. Former Paralympian Johnny Pollock in the house. Ayaka, the wheelchair basketball enthusiast, watching on too. It's great to have everyone here on board watching this incredible semi-final play out. 4 minutes played in the second. Here is Albarak. Ifatuk gets it under the hoop, and that's a high degree of difficulty for Hassan Ifatuk. Did well to collect it. You see her on the replay, beating out Joel Clifton and getting it to fall. Here is McIntyre. TurkIye up 3. McIntyre, Clifton, great defense from Ifatuk. Well, not in the case of our Italian referee, Mr. Zamponi. And a technical foul, I think, has been called on Coach Akor of TurkIye. Yes, it has. He's been incredibly animated this entire contest. And our Czechia referee, Tomáš Pája, has heard enough. So Great Britain will get a free throw as well. And Coach Akor now yelling at his team at the moment, and he really has to be careful. He's still having a chat, still having a bit of a conversation with our referee from Czechia. As Joel Clifton goes to the line, all business. And laces the free throw, and GB are within 2. And Clifton going to the line for a second. There it goes, and it's now a 1-point game. And Clifton gets another one to fall. He now moves on to 11 points, and the game is tied. Joel Clifton, all 11 of his points here in the second period off the bench. His parents in attendance amongst the GB faithful, making all the noise here in Sao Paulo. Erloglu, Albarak, that's a tough layup, he gets it to fall. Elder Albarak, what a tough move. And TurkIye back in the lead again. And the turnover, here come TurkIye. And McIntyre looked to steal it back and immediately puts his hand up. He knows that foul was on him. First foul on Charlie McIntyre. And the earlier technical foul was adjudged to have actually been on Hassan Ifatuk, just to clear things up. As the shot is up, the shot is good from Albarak. He's had a fantastic first half of play right now. He has 8, along with 5 assists. Knight. Harvey was cutting to the basket, but now goes to the foul line. Here he is on the ball. Clifton receives it. Harvey gets it back, just about collected by Knight, and it agonizingly falls out. Oscar Knight now 2 of 4 from the field. Erloglu, Payam at the top, and Albarak incensed that he didn't get the ball. Now he gets it. 9 to shoot for Erda Albarak. Puts up a mid-range, and that's short. And Ollie Porter was going for the rebound. As into the game for the first time, Alex Wilson. Charlie McIntyre heads to the bench. Alex Wilson, a Sheffield Steelers player in the British Wheelchair League in the Premier Division. Normally comes off the bench, but he did start 5 games last summer in Madrid at the European Championships. Clifton at 2 off the back iron, and Albarak with the rebound. Albarak now with 4 rebounds to go with 8 points and 5 assists. Getting it done at both ends. Payam, Albarak, 9 to shoot for TurkIye. Albarak, and again short. Albarak has missed his last 3 field goal attempts, as Clifton has it. Here is Wilson. Harvey. Knight. Bit of a mismatch here, and Knight makes no mistake. Knight has 6. The leading scorer for Great Britain. Now the second joint top scorer with McIntyre. Clifton leads the way. Here is Payam. Here is Albarak. Eroglu. Erdogan was going to the basket, but he was met by Knight. 7 to shoot for TurkIye. Albarak. And again he misses, but Kurshon with the rebound. And TurkIye will reset. Eroglu. Eroglu still has it. Finds Payam in rhythm and in space. Off the back iron. And an 8th rebound for Oscar Knight. Porter was going to the basket. Knight decides not to use him. Harvey instead gets it. Here is Oscar Knight. Beautiful rotation, doesn't get it to fall, gets his own rebound and puts it in. And now a timeout called by TurkIye. 2:09 remaining here in the half. And we are tied at 27. And there are the Great Britain fans. They have been vocal all tournament long, waving the proud Union Jacks, and they are surrounding Sao Paulo right now at the Paralympico Sports Hall as the names of the players decked opposite the team bench. But right now, GB are in a contest unlike any other right now here in Brazil, as TurkIye have matched them blow for blow. As you see, Great Britain there in the timeout. Great to see so many of you watching on the IWBF YouTube channel. This is our second semi-final. Germany awaits the victors. And for the losers, a chance to still reach the podium, but they have to get through Australia, the spinners first. Here is Ifituk. Albarak, and an offensive foul is called on TurkIye. That'll be on Hassan Ifituk, and that's foul number 3 for him, and a danger man for TurkIye in foul trouble to end the first half as George Gray, Henley Kavanagh into the game for GB. Henley Kavanagh, his tournament high was 15 points in the group game against South Africa, a game that they won GB 100-17. As Burak Ayan comes into the game, and Ayan Eroglu will check in as well, as Burak Ergon heads to the bench, as well as Salam Kurshon. Final 2 minutes of the half, a very competitive first 19 minutes in this contest. McIntyre lines one up and it rattles out, and if it took the rebound, McIntyre, after making his first 3 attempts, has now missed his last 7 for GB. Eroglu, Albarak, Ifituk, no hesitation, and McIntyre with rebound number 4. And Knight hits the floor. The fans for GB want a foul on Ifituk. And Kavanagh has it. McIntyre. Knight sets himself. And again, another miss for Great Britain. And they're shooting below 40% now to close out the first half. Still got a minute to go. Erdoğlu, Albarak. 8 to shoot for Ilda Albarak. And he knocks down a 2 from the wing. And TurkIye have the lead. McIntyre has it. Again, McIntyre fakes the 3 and goes inside. Oscar Knight, McIntyre, again the dynamic duo of number 10 and number 20 working wonders, but McIntyre again misses. His 8th straight miss as Ifituk has it. Final seconds ticking by in the half. TurkIye in the lead by 2. Albarak looking to extend it. 8 to shoot. Ifituk a 3, no, short. George Gray rebounds. 2 seconds to go. McIntyre has to heave it, and McIntyre hits the bottom of the backboard, and that'll do it for the half. And TurkIye have a slender 29-27 lead over Great Britain. It's been a great first half for Mamoudou Kour's side. TurkIye led by 10 points, 5 assists from Elder Albarak, 4 of 11 from the field for him. TurkIye shooting 40% from the floor. Great Britain, conversely, 37% in the first 20. A tournament low for them. And in unfamiliar territory to end the first half. Oscar Knight has 8 points, leading the way off the bench. Joel Clifton with 9. But it's all promising to be a spectacular second half here in our second semi-final. Germany await the winners, and we'll be back in 12 minutes' time. Don't go anywhere. Welcome everyone back to the Paralympico Sports Hall in Sao Paulo, Brazil, as TurkIye lead Great Britain 29-27 in our second semi-final. Germany have punched their ticket into the gold medal game tomorrow. And right now this game evenly matched. At both ends of the floor, TurkIye hold a slight advantage, and there will be a little bit of a delay in the start of the third period as the baskets, the nets are just going to be replaced, or they're actually going to be retied to the rim, as they have fallen off a little bit during the half as the two teams were warming up. I think it's actually on both ends as well, so there will be a little bit of a delay to start this third period. Hello everyone, John Hobbs on hand, bringing you the action here in Sao Paulo, Brazil. It is semi-final number 2. Lots of great comments coming in, and British wheelchair basketball legend Alan Mansell is here as well, watching on. Great to have you on board, sir. Plays his basketball for the High Rollers in the British wheelchair basketball first division. And numerous TurkIye flags waving. Great to have so many fans from all over TurkIye watching on as well, whether you're in Istanbul, Ankara, or anywhere else around that incredible nation. It's great to have you. As you can see there on the far right-hand side are very hard-working volunteers. The local organising committee doing an incredible job of making sure these World Championships run smoothly. Not just from Sao Paulo, but all around Brazil. These fine volunteers working hard. We get set to start the third quarter. GB's starting 5 onto the floor, as is TurkIye's as well. As we get set to start, and here is Eroglu to begin it for TurkIye. Hayam, Albarak, who has really caused Great Britain problems in the first half with his playmaking abilities and his mid-range shooting, but he misses the shot from there. Here is Knight. Long. Here is McIntyre. Harvey. 6 to shoot. And a first foul of the contest for TurkIye. First team foul of this third period. Very physical, very cagey first 20 minutes. TurkIye playing to their strengths as Long doesn't tie the game. It thought about it. And about 40% of the ball was down, but the other 60 decided to go back out. Here is Eroglu putting the moves on Tagres. Eroglu breaks free. Harvey to meet him. Albarak. 5 to shoot for Ulda Albarak. If it took collects. Shot clock is winding down, and if it took misses the 2. Tipped by Tagres and welcomed by Harvey. And now Tom Harvey full head of steam. Almost swiped by Eroglu. McIntyre fakes the shot, gives it up to Long. Harvey with the mid-range. That's Long, and it's rebounded eventually by Eroglu. Eroglu with his 4th rebound of this contest. Nearly had points number 6 and 7, but he misses the 2. Here is McIntyre. Charlie McIntyre with just 5 assists in this contest. Uncharacteristic for him. Long puts up a mid-range off the window, no good, and rebounded by Ifatuk, and over 2 minutes without a score for both teams. Ifatuk launches one and fires and hits. That's a 3-pointer for Hassan Ifatuk, and this is the biggest lead of the game for TurkIye. Calm, composed, buried the 3. TurkIye with a 5-point lead, their biggest of this contest. As Burak Ayan, the Galatasaray man, helped back up. Euro Cup 1 winner, won the trophy in Sardinia this season. McIntyre looking for the 3 to answer. No, that's off to the left. And TurkIye up 5. They want to make it a 7 or even an 8-point lead, but an offensive foul has been called on Albarak. That's 2 fouls on Erda Albarak. Tagrest, the Cologne 99ers man, starting from next season. Long, his teammate. Long says, why not? And he can't make it again, and GB struggling from the field right now. Ifatuk, this will suit TurkIye just fine. Ifatuk still has it. Ifatuk a 3, and that's no good, and McIntyre out-rebounds Tagrest, and out in transition, Knight can't collect. We've seen that happen all tournament long. McIntyre to Oscar Knight, and Knight gets the score, but right now, things not going the way GB want it to go. And TurkIye firmly in control of this contest. They're playing to their strengths, and right now, TurkIye have the advantage. Ifatuk, Clifton on him. And Albarak doesn't get the 2, and it's rebounded by Harvey. McIntyre was out in transition, but GB will slow it down. In fact, Knight will just go to the basket. He thought he was fouled, and an offensive foul is called on Oscar Knight. First foul on Oscar Knight. Mehmet Ukor barking instructions to his TurkIye players. And another whistle gone. Right now, everything going TurkIye's way. Now the referee just having a chat at the moment. Just getting the game clock sorted. Our Italian referee there, Maurizio Zamponi, alongside our game commissioner, Riccardo De Souza. Here it is, Albarak. Albarak just left in acres of space, and he buries a 2. Erda Albarak in rhythm, TurkIye in rhythm, and GB with their backs against the wall here in the semi-final. McIntyre, Clifton, Ayan for company, and Clifton in and out, rebounded Ifatuk, and here come TurkIye again. Albarak, he's hot right now, and he still has the ball. Passes it to Ifatuk. And the finish again. And TurkIye are on fire. They are a living, breathing firework from the field. And GB are struggling to match them. It's a 9-point lead for TurkIye. McIntyre, Tugrest, Clifton, big shot for Clifton, no good. Rebounding McIntyre, Knight under the hoop, and he gets it to go. Much needed score for Great Britain. Al-Barak, who is really pulling the strings of this contest. And if it's can't hold on, it's a GB ball. McIntyre pumps his fist in raw emotion as this is getting lively on the court. As Ifituk helped up, and GB will get their offense off and running. They have trailed by as many as 9, the biggest deficit in their entire World Championship odyssey. McIntyre. Knight receives it. Knight puts it up. Knight can't get it to fall. There's a loose ball here. Ifituk collects. Oscar Knight now 5 of 10 from the floor. Al-Barak. Al-Barak again almost set himself up, but Knight comes to claim it. A 3 is up. A 3 is good from Ifituk. TurkIye are feeling it all over the floor right now. Hassan Ifituk from the top, and it's a 10-point lead for TurkIye. McIntyre, Clifton, big shot for Clifton, no good, rebounded Ifituk. And a foul called as Eroglu was going up court, fouled by Knight. That's 2 fouls on Oscar Knight. 3:33 to go in the third. Timeout, Great Britain. Listen to the roar from the TurkIye players. A great stretch of play from TurkIye as Germany awaits in the final. TurkIye want to be in the final for the 2nd consecutive World Championship at this level. And Great Britain with it all to do with 3:33 remaining. They have not faced a situation like this in their entire trip to Brazil. And Coach Oribemi, again cool, calm and collected. But Great Britain with their backs against the wall, and I'll tell you what, TurkIye, they have been absolutely incredible in this third period. They had a slender lead and have raced out to a 10-2 run in this third quarter. That tells you the tale of the tape right now. Great Britain shooting 30% from the floor. TurkIye shooting 41% from the floor, and they have the ball. Al-Barak. Al-Barak composed, puts up a mid-range, that's short. And Tugrest will let the ball roll out of bounds. Al-Barak now 5 of 15 from the field. For his 12 points, he has dished out 7 assists. As Ollie Porter will come into the game for Great Britain, and Tugrest will go to the bench. Great Britain retaining possession, 3:16 remaining in this contest. In the background there you see the Italy players. As Clifton puts up a 2, that's long, rebounded Ifituk. Albarak. 3 minutes to play in the third. Albarak to Ifituk. No, it's dispossessed. And a whistle has gone. The Great Britain fans are incensed. And the TurkIye trainer coming in. And the boos ringing around Sao Paulo. As Burak Ayan is helped up. And Tomasz Pajer, our referee from Czechia, just having a chat with Coach Akor, who's on the court at the moment. Now he's off. That's the reason for the stoppage. Here is McIntyre. .250 to play in the third. TurkIye in the driving seat. McIntyre, a mid-range, gets it to go in a much-needed score for Great Britain, who have really struggled from mid-range. Haven't gone inside a heck of a lot in this third. But McIntyre with a mid-range shot. As you see, a whistle has gone as Ollie Porter is helped back up. And Burak Ergon comes in for TurkIye, as does Shalam Kurshon. And Öner Ayan Eroglu comes out of the game, as does Burak Ayan. TurkIye lead by 8. Their biggest lead of the game was 10. GB's biggest lead of the game was 4 points. That was in the second period. Payam exploding to the basket, stolen by Knight. Only TurkIye's 7th turnover in this contest. Here is Knight slicing to the basket. The mid-range is no good. Kirsch on the rebound, fighting it with Knight, and a whistle has gone. And the foul is on Knight. And that'll be 3 fouls on Oscar Knight. So Hassan Ifituk and Oscar Knight both on 3 fouls. The team's leading players in foul trouble with 2:12 remaining. McIntyre and Ifituk colliding. It's getting physical and it's getting chippy out there. And a foul called on McIntyre. Great Britain in the penalty, 2 fouls on McIntyre, and TurkIye will go to the stripe. As Albarak will head to the free throw line for TurkIye, averaging just under 12 points, 6 assists a contest. He was the only player on this TurkIye team to have more than 40 assists in these World Championships thus far. Misses the first though. Albarak makes the second. Clifton has the ball. McIntyre receives it. Clifton back to Knight. Knight fading away. 7-point game, 1:45 remaining. Ifituk gliding his way to the cup and gets it to go. Knight has it. Sweeps it wide to McIntyre. 10 to shoot. McIntyre lets fly and buries a 2. 42-35 to TurkIye as we come up to the final minute of this third period. Ifituk, just him and Clifton right now. Erdogan with the screen. Ifituk has it, gives it up. Al-Barak, 9 to shoot. Al-Barak, short. Offensive rebound, Ifituk. Let's Fly, a long 2. In fact, that's a 3. It's off anyway, and McIntyre rebounds. 35 seconds to go in the third. Knight off the glass is no good. It's rebounded by Al-Barak. Inside, and Kurshan can't hang on. And GB get the ball, 23.1 on the clock. There are the Great Britain fans, led by Liam Barker's father right there, Grant. No doubt is Liam Barker's brother, Reese, watching on. Probably no fingernails left. McIntyre thought about it, instead will give it up. Here is Harvey. Clifton. 13 seconds left in the third. Rebounded again, Ifituk. 18 rebounds for Hassan Ifituk to go with 18 points. He'll let fly from downtown. That smacks the backboard, and that'll do it for the third period. And TurkIye have a 42-35 advantage over Great Britain. A brilliant third period, a 10-2 run, accelerating away from Great Britain for TurkIye. One more quarter to play. Hassan Ifituk has been absolutely outstanding. He's been a monster at both ends of the floor. 18 points, 18 rebounds, 42% from the floor, 2 of 6 from downtown for Hassan Ifituk in this contest. Oscar Knight leads the way for Great Britain with 12. Charlie McIntyre has 10 points, 6 assists, 8 boards. Flirting with a triple-double, but right now he'll trade the triple-double for a victory here. As Germany look on, they are awaiting the winners, and they are right next, well, they're literally right by TurkIye's bench. As we get set to start the fourth period here in our second semi-final. Great to have you all on board the IWBF YouTube channel. This is for a place in the final tomorrow evening. TurkIye and GB want to go for gold. Germany awaits for the losers. It's a game against Australia for bronze. GB will get the first possession of the fourth underway. There is Oscar Knight in your picture, eager to get on with it. McIntyre puts it up, and it's no good, and Ifituk his 19th rebound. And he's done well to stay out of foul trouble, but saying that, an offensive foul is called. Ifituk now on 4 fouls, and GB could smell blood here. Coach Akor preferring to keep Hassan Ifituk on for now. McIntyre. Clifton has the ball. 2 to shoot. Clifton buries a 2. Here come Great Britain. Eroglu will be coming in momentarily for TurkIye. Here is Al-Barak. 6 to shoot for TurkIye. Ifituk. That's off. Rebounded Kurshan. How did he get that? And a foul has been called. There were 2 Great Britain players, and Salam Kurshan just ripped it from both of them. As substitutions will come in for TurkIye, as Ayhan will come in alongside Eroglu. As Salam Koshon at the line for TurkIye, leading 42-37. But there's a little bit of momentum right now with Great Britain. The referee's just having a conversation, a brief break in play. There are our three officials from Czechia, Chile and Italy. Stakes are so high here in this contest. It's been a breathtaking game thus far. As Salam Koshon will now get his free throws. He's had a long time to wait. Misses the first. And Kershaw misses them both. And McIntyre, well, he wanted the ball to go out of bounds. Efituk actually collected it, and a whistle has gone. And just going back to earlier, the offensive foul on TurkIye was not on Efituk, as I was alluding to earlier. It was actually on Erdoğan Albayrak. That's his fourth foul, so apologies to those watching at home. We're all human, we all make mistakes. I'm entitled to one per day as Kırşan comes out, as does Burak Erdoğan. Here is Efituk. Albayrak. And a foul called on Great Britain. That's on Clifton. That's his second foul. Here is Efituk. Efituk going to the basket, past Clifton, it won't count, offensive foul! Big call, even in this early stage of the fourth. And now Hassan Efituk is on 4 fouls. And the two leading suspects for TurkIye in this game in foul trouble. And Knight going to the basket, falls out. Lobbed wide, Efituk collects, off balance, deflected out of bounds by McIntyre. It stays with TurkIye. Albayrak. Albayrak still has it, mid-range, no, rebounded Clifton. And another whistle has gone. And the foul this time on Burak Ayhan. That's his second foul. So right now the 3 danger man, well, 2 for TurkIye, 1 for Great Britain, on 4 fouls. McIntyre on 4, Albayrak and Efituk on 4. Here is Clifton, did well to collect. 12 to shoot for Great Britain. Clifton doesn't get it to fall. Rebounded Efituk. Efituk with 21 rebounds with 18 points. With one hand, misses the shot. Rebounded Knight. Knight now with a double-double. He has 12 points, 10 boards. And a substitution coming in. Hassan Efituk with that foul. He is fouled out of the game. Time out, TurkIye. Can barely keep up with this. It's an absolute fast-paced, exhilarating roller coaster of emotions right now, and we've still got 7:39 to go. How's your heart rate at home, folks? And the foul on earlier was on Albarak. So that's two mistakes now for yours truly. My apologies for you watching at home. Elder Albarak fouled out. That's a big call in any event. Hassan Efituk remains on 4. 7:39 remaining. TurkIye still lead. Here is McIntyre, himself on 4 fouls. Clifton has the ball. Clifton lines one up, and that's long, and it's rebounded by Knight. Here is McIntyre from the foul line. Balan Oj into the game for the first time. A player who can cause GB a lot of problems. Balan Oj on the ball. 9 to shoot. Balan Oj puts one up, knocks it down. TurkIye still holding on to their lead. They're up 5. 3 minutes and a bit of change played in the final period. McIntyre. Again, GB methodical, going for the mid-range, and Clifton buries it. 5 of 16 for Clifton. Here is Balan Oj to the cup, doesn't get it to fall. Knight rebounds. 13 boards for Oscar Knight, and he's pushing. Gap is 3. Knight, no, rebounded Efituk. 22 rebounds for Hassan Efituk. Oj with the ball. Efituk. Eroglu goes past McIntyre. Ayan inside, gets it to go, he pumps his fists, and TurkIye back up 5. What have Great Britain got in the locker now? Clifton buries another one. Clifton has 15. Oj has the ball. Oj is looking to push. Accelerates to the cup. Doesn't get it to fall. Efituk rebounded by Clifton. And it's turned over by Clifton. Eroglu with the steal. Balan Oj. Efituk under the cup, gets it to go, and a foul. Big score for TurkIye as we now go beyond the halfway mark of the 4th. Ifetuk has been an absolute monster in this contest. No player has tested Great Britain in this championship quite like that man right there, Hassan Ifetuk. 20 points, 22 boards, but he misses the free throw. First trip to the line tonight for Ifetuk, as Burak Ergon calls for calm on the defensive set. Clifton still has it and puts in another one. 3 quick field goals for Joel Clifton. Great Britain are not going down without a fight. Balan Oj with it. Knocks into his own teammate, Burak Ergon. Here is Eroglu looking for Ifetuk. It's deflected away. The ball is loose. It goes out of bounds. It'll be a Great Britain ball. 4:16 remaining. Huge possessions here for both sides. They will take on more significance as Clifton has it. Clifton, no. Heat check for Joel Clifton. And it's rebounded. Here is Balan Oj with the ball. Everyone on the edge of their seats here in Sao Paulo, as I'm sure you all are at home. Oj inside. Eroglu gets it to go. It's a 5-point lead again for TurkIye. 3:33 remaining. McIntyre puts it in. Charlie McIntyre pumps the fists. 3-point game. Hyam under the basket. No, he'll go out and Knight will reclaim. Here is Oj. Oj to the baseline, putting the moves on Harvey. 3 to shoot for TurkIye. He puts it up. He can't get it to fall. It's rebounded by Clifton. And here come Great Britain. A chance to put it to 1 or even tie. Inside Knight, puts it up, puts it in. It's a 1-point game. Timeout TurkIye. The Paralympico Sports Complex is coming unglued. And just as I say that, it calms down. An absolute classic in front of our very eyes here in Sao Paulo. Great to have you all on board on the IWBF YouTube channel. This has been an absolutely enthralling contest between 2 European heavyweights. And at the end that Great Britain are shooting, all of Germany looking on, the players and of course the fans of that great nation watching and seeing who will join them in tomorrow's final. All eyes on this one. Here come TurkIye, here come Great Britain. You all guys how your heart rate's doing. How is it now? My goodness me, what a contest. Eroglu, Ifetuk. Erdogan under the basket. He gets it to go. 3-point lead, TurkIye. (52-49). McIntyre. Chance for GB to put it to within 1 or even tie. McIntyre with the ball, 6 to shoot. Do they know? Knight knows. Knight gets it to go and a foul! Huge basket, Oscar Knight! 16 points for Knight to go with 14 boards. And Oscar Knight with the biggest free throws thus far of his World Championships, and he buries them. Colder than a grandmother's kiss. Here is Oz. Ifituk. Eroglu to Oz. 7 to shoot for TurkIye. Eroglu. 1:40 remaining. Eroglu doesn't get the friendly roll. The game is tied. And GB with a chance to take the lead here. Knight accelerates to the rack. McIntyre blows the layup. It's rebounded by Oz. $1:19 to go. Oz gliding, putting it up. Offensive foul against TurkIye. Foul is on Oz. GB possession. First foul on Baran Oz. And the pendulum swings to GB again. McIntyre. We're coming up to the final minute. We're tied at 52. McIntyre misses the 2. It's rebounded by Eroglu. Here is Oz. Eroglu on the floor. And he'll get back up, and TurkIye methodically bring the ball up. 45 seconds to go. Eroglu. Oz gets it. Tap pass inside. The score there. Mehmet Payam inside. It's a 2-point game. A whistle has gone. Great Britain call timeout. 39.4 to go. TurkIye on the verge. TurkIye, who, as I said, made the final last year, losing out to Japan, have a chance with 39.4 to go, but they need the biggest defensive stop of their World Championship adventure here in Sao Paulo, and the biggest offense right now coming for Great Britain. Orobemi, cool, calm and collected as ever, drawing up the play. Orobemi, who has seen success back in the United Kingdom, winning the Women's Premier League with the East London Phoenix. A former Premier Division champion with the London Titans. He's been here before. Here come TurkIye, and the roar from the Great Britain fans as their heroes come out onto the floor. Huge possession though for Great Britain, down 2. McIntyre has the ball. Here is Knight. 4 to shoot. McIntyre, they've got to put something up, Great Britain. Knight a 2. It rattles in and out. It's rebounded Ifituk. "24 rebounds for Hassan Ifituk, and that might have been the most significant one of them all." Great Britain in the penalty. Hassan Ifituk will go to the line. Big free throws, misses the first. No need to panic though for Hassan Efatuk, compose yourself. And he strings the second. Timeout Great Britain. And it all will come down to this. Everyone's furniture back in the United Kingdom has probably been thrown all over the place. The fingernails are now bare. 21.7 seconds to play. What have GB got in the locker? They've been by far the most impressive team in these World Championships. They've averaged 85 points a game. They've only conceded 38 a game. They have the best offense, the best defense in this competition, but right now they are on the verge. They are teetering with elimination. And the fans are roaring for TurkIye now as well. There are TurkIye fans here. A date with Germany in tomorrow's final awaits one of these two teams. It could go either way. Abs Tagrest is back in the game, as is Henley Kavanagh. Joel Clifton, Jack Long on the floor. Here we go, Tagrest. 10 to shoot. They lose the ball. Efatuk has it. Foul on Knight. The TurkIye fans are on their feet. The players are waving. They're on all over the place right now. A phenomenal scene there, and GB, it just didn't happen. Brilliant pressure defense from TurkIye, and now a chance to potentially seal it. Efatuk misses the first. Again, no need to panic. Compose yourself. This will make it a two-possession game with 14.5 to go. Everyone on their feet. Efatuk strings the second. It's a 4-point game, and now it's desperation mode for GB. TurkIye are on the verge. Final seconds. 3 is up. 3 is no good. TurkIye are heading to the final. A huge, huge win for TurkIye. They are celebrating. There's still 4.5 on the clock. And the GB fans have all of a sudden gone quiet. They've started banging the drums, but they know it. TurkIye can feel it. Timeout has been called. The celebrations are beginning, and TurkIye are on their way. They will be facing Germany in the final tomorrow. Great Britain looks set to settle for bronze against Australia. But you've got to give it up to both teams. Without question, the game of the tournament. It's been an absolute classic here on Court 1. Look at the celebrations. That is what it means to the players from TurkIye. They are all smiles. There's tears. It's been an absolutely incredible game of wheelchair basketball. You can't ask for anything more. Efatuk, who has been incredible, misses the first. 22 points, 24 rebounds. He's He's only shot 37% from the floor, but he's just put the exclamation point on the victory. 2.7 on the clock, an offensive foul just for good measure. It's been an incredible roller coaster of emotions as TurkIye will let the clock run out. TurkIye are in the final. They will play Germany tomorrow. Great Britain will have to settle for the bronze medal game against Australia. Heartbreak for Adi Orogbemi's side. They have been absolutely incredible in this tournament. You've got to give it for Great Britain. One of the most exciting teams we've seen here in Brazil. Nothing to be ashamed of. But they will have to settle for a bronze medal game. For TurkIye, it's celebrations. Look at what it means to them. Tears of joy, jubilation. They are heading to the final to face Germany. Hassan Ifatuk with an incredible 23 points, 24 boards. Alba Albarak with 13 points and 7 assists before he was fouled out. For Great Britain, they were led by Joel Clifton and Oscar Knight. They both had 17. Charlie McIntyre with a double-double of 14 points and 10 assists. But this is TurkIye's day. Congratulations to them. Thank you so very, very much for joining us on the IWBF YouTube channel. I've been John Hobbs. Have a pleasant day, a pleasant evening wherever you are across the world. Goodbye for now.